Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of 20 Minutes to Win. And this episode is actually going to be on counter ganking. And it's kind of useful pretty much in all ELO, but the lower ELO you get with it, the better and more benefit you'll actually see from it. And counter ganking is pretty much just about spotting an incoming gank and being in a position to actually turn the tides of that fight. For instance, if you see the enemy jungler heading towards that top lane, if you can get to that top lane without being seen, you can be there to help fight and actually potentially win the fight for your teammate. Which will give them a huge advantage in lane. And some benefits from this are, you can single-handedly win a lane for someone. If you get them that, first blood, you get them a kill. If they get fed double buffs from the enemy jungler, they'll have that for the lane. It also causes the enemy jungler to fall behind because they're going up there to gank. If you do in fact get a kill on him or at least stop it, you delayed him in his own jungle getting that CS and ganking other lanes. Also, if it's a successful counter gank, you can then take objectives. Say the enemy jungler's red buff is up, and you're on the blue team. You go top, counter gank, you kill him, you kill their top lane. You can run into their jungle, take that red buff without being worried, and get back out. And that way, you'll have a timer on it, and no one will be back up, and you'll deny that red buff to anyone on the enemy team. Also, it's really demoralizing if you're playing in a lane, your jungler comes to counter gank, and he messes up and feeds double buff to the enemy team. You get really annoyed. You don't want the jungler coming back again because you don't want him feeding any more kills and stuff like that. So let's take a look at some clips here that I actually have gotten through some ranked games and show you exactly what counter ganking is. Alright, in this clip we see that I'm actually farming the enemy race, my race here, and I notice Mundo is actually heading towards this dragon, and I really wanted to keep an eye on him because I want to know where he was going. And if you look at the minimap, you can actually see that he was heading towards mid lane. So I kind of just sit here knowing that my ultimate's up and knowing that Mundo's going to go in for a gank on Lulu. I kind of want to get in position, get ready. So then I ulti over that wall with Mundo and Galu, not really expecting it, and we were able to pick up this kill on Mundo, which really gave Pharaoh, who was playing Lulu here in mid lane, that advantage. Even though I did get the kill, it still helped out Pharaoh. It really, prevented the enemy from really doing anything with that. Alright, in this clip there actually are pings going down for Mundo, and I just happen to be in bottom jungle here, and I really wanted to make sure that I could kind of stop this, and I kind of going for a defensive gank, where I noticed he was going there, and I know that our bot lane was going to get a kill, and I really just wanted to be there to back him up, so they, wouldn't pay the price for doing that. So what I do is, I get there in time, I fear Mundo. I'm not really thinking that we can get Mundo or Lux here. I just kind of start backing out, and noticing that Van's getting really low. I stand in between her and Mundo, so any cleavers that would have hit will hit me instead, allowing her to actually escape freely. And because of that, we were able to pick up a kill safely, no deaths, and we all just walked away from it. See, now in this clip right here, I actually spot Lee Sin as I'm coming to gank middle, even though I kind of have a brain fart right here and wasn't paying attention. But I do notice that they are trying to go for Cassiopeia, obviously, and Cassiopeia does have her ultimate up, and she is back in away, so I know she's safe right now. But right here, when I do pop that exhaust on, I notice that she's coming back in and she wants to go for a kill. So we just switch to Lee Sin, and we actually end up picking up a double kill here. Coordinating with your lanes really helps out in counter ganking if they're aware that you're there in position to help out. Alright, in this clip here, you see something really important. Whenever you're jungling and you're killing like a camp, it's always important to be looking around the map. As you see here, I'm checking out bot lane, and I notice Alistar does put a ward in that bush and is starting to head up. So what I do is, I get in position to actually counter gank it if he does come in, and in fact, he does come. And mid lane right here, who I was actually queuing with, I told him to come up here and bait this fight in, because we know that we can win. So we end up going in here, finding the Morgana, popping our ultimates, and we actually pick up a double kill here just from being aware. I mean, there's no reason to not be looking around the map when you're killing a camp, when you can easily do it in later levels.
Your turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy.
Okay, I want to go over one last thing for this, for counter jungling, is it's not something you can just naturally do. It's something you definitely have to learn. You have to know about timings. For instance, Mundo, he typically does race, red, ganks top level 2. And you can technically be in position for that if you time it right. So, by knowing those timings and knowing, what jungler, what path they usually take, also carrying wards with you to help ward up their jungle will help give you that extra, notice of where they're going and the ability to get there in time to help out. So if you guys enjoyed this, feel free to leave comments on any other future tutorials or kind of guides you want to see, because I plan on making this, a weekly series. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe.